Well, hi there, I didn't see ya. Name's Snoot, and I'm just standing here enjoying the view of, I think the game crashed. Shit. Yep. Hi everyone, my name is Snoot and I'm one of the community managers here at Klepdar Studios, and I'm reporting live from Massage 2ABB, B-A-B-doo, whatever this planet is. I don't know. Yeah, this is so anyway, so yeah, today we're going to release an update to the game on the experimental branch that we've been referring to as the FLUIDS update. And we've looked at some of the things that we felt were missing from update 3, as well as in taking some feedback from community and decided to give FLUIDS a second iteration, as well as some general quality of life features that we've been working on, and just chuck that into the game now instead of baking it into update 4, which will drop early next year. If you don't know how to access the experimental branch on Steam, you hit the properties tile for the game, you choose the betas tab, and then you select experimental in the drop-down menu. And on the Epic Games version, there should be like a Satisfactory experimental game available in the list. The experimental version of the game is a bit experimental, so it might contain some issues that we'll be sorting out in the coming days. And it should be available on the early access version of the game in a couple of weeks. So this update shouldn't affect your current saves too much, and we'll go into detail about this further in the video. So let's check out some of the changes in the update. All right, come on, let's go. I'm walking away. Yeah. This is so fucking dumb. So yeah, this is the packager building. This bad boy can pack and unpack so many liquids, and this replaces the packaging functionality that we've had in refineries up until this point. As we didn't have enough time for update 3 to make a new building to handle that, we're adding it now as prompted by community request. And the difference being that the packager is a much smaller building and it consumes less power, 10 megawatts to be precise. And it fits perfectly on a single foundation and is less than 3 walls high. How about that, huh? The packager is the first building to have inputs and outputs above one another, and this is to reduce all the crisscrossing of belts and pipes while setting up like a large row of them. And it's a bit of a test case for us, so please make sure to let us know if you like this or not. Now, if you've already set up any refineries to handle packaging and unpackaging, don't worry, because any legacy refineries built in the game will still function like before, but you will not be able to select these recipes in any refineries constructed from this point on. Let's keep moving. Now, y'all wanted Pipeline Mark 2, and well, here they are. The new pipes are still the same size, and they can be upgraded for Mark 1 pipes the same way you can update conveyor belts, and have a maximum flow rate of 600 cubic meters per minute. And that's as good as it's gonna get, folks, because we have no plans for Mark 3 pipes. And even if we were to add that, the maximum flow rate would still be 600 due to technical limitations. Now, of course we can't add new pipes without adding new pumps. These suckers have a maximum recommended head lift of 50 meters and consume 12 megawatts of power. And on this topic, we've also changed the size of Mark 1 pumps by scaling them down roughly 75% of the original size, because we felt they were clipping too often for players. So when placing pumps, you also have the ability to rotate them, placing them exactly the way you want. And we've also added visual feedback off the head lift, so you can now see the distance when placing them. We've even made it so that you can snap pumps to that distance from each other, so you no longer have to count like walls or anything like that to get the maximum head lift. Now, in last week's teaser video, you may have spotted this little doohickey at the end of the video, and this is a valve, and they will allow you to limit the maximum flow rate of a pipeline. So just slap it on a pipe and configure it, and you're good to go. Valves don't consume power, they do not stop head lift, but they do stop backflow, so they are directional. Now, in this update, we've also added some quality of life improvements to the game, so let's check them out by starting with jump pads. So instead of having 2 different sets of jump pads, it's now just one buildable where you configure the angle of the jump instead. So previously, jump pads would just apply a uniform force on the player when they stepped up on them. But now, jump pads will instead calculate the force needed to hit a specific target, making them much more reliable. In addition to this, we also visualize the player trajectory, so you have an easier time figuring out where they're going to blast you. And for some reason, now you can also place these on walls and at the bottom of foundations. We've also added so that when you're dragging wires from buildables, the connector will now match walls and ceilings depending on what you're aiming at. And yes, we're adding the ability to place power mounts on ceilings now. Whoopie-doo. And last, but not least, we're adding ladders to the game. My God! Their height can be adjusted, and they can also be attached to walls and at the bottom of foundations. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff. For the full patch notes, make sure to check out the link in the description below, and don't forget to follow us on our socials and whatnot, and make sure to smash that subby-dubby-dub button, and until next time, have a good one. This is Snoot, reporting live from Massage 2A-BBB-DB 1945. Bye. Wow! We're flying! Whoa! Check that shit out! Whoa!